Hey, this is Russ. Time for a knee update. Yes, it is now 16 months since my knee surgery, which was September 19th of 2019. Current date as of this recording is January 17th, 2021. So that's 16 months. So let me show you the photos as I typically do. Here's a comparison of last month's photo compared to this month's photo. Now, if you take a look at the two, not much has changed. I think pretty much the knee is going to look the same going forward. I don't think it's really going to change that much. If anything, maybe the scar will get a little bit less dark on the top. You know, that scar always has that darkening effect. And this time, I did not put lotion on. Now, remember last month I mentioned that I put some lotion on just before taking the photo. Well, this month I decided not to put anything on. And so this is just the way it is. Okay, it's a little drier than it typically is. So overall, I would say that the look of the photos are very similar. Okay, there's a little bit of color shift. I did my best to try to keep them similar, but hey, sometimes it's a little off. Depends on the lighting, right? So anyways, overall, I would say the knee looks the same. So how does the knee feel this time? Well, it's a little different. I've noticed in the last maybe 2.5 weeks that I'm getting a little stinging feel in the knee, which I didn't seem to have for a long time. Now, this usually only happens when I stretch my knee out a little bit too much. Like, for instance, if I'm doing an extension a little more than I should, trying to push it a little bit, I can feel a little bit of stinging right at the bottom of the patella. Okay, now if you don't know what the technical terms mean, we're talking our kneecaps. Okay, just a little bit on the bottom part of the kneecap, I can feel a little stinging. And if I'm on the jazz unit and I'm pushing my knee for flexion, if I go a little too far, I can feel that. Okay, now let's talk about the jazz unit. This is the Joint Active Systems unit. I made the announcement, you may not have seen it, but I'll tell you again here. That I stopped the jazz knee for the extension. Now, we did this almost, probably about 6 months now. I've been using the jazz knee again for the extension. And since we hadn't seen too much of a change, we all decided the best thing to do was probably to stop using the jazz for this point. So I'm going to say that I am at about 8 degrees now because I measured my extension before turning back in the jazz unit. And in the several times that I checked it, it was always slightly below 10 degrees. Now, I started out at 10 before I started doing the jazz again. And I'm going to call myself now at 8 degrees. So I think I gained 2 degrees. Now, that doesn't seem like a whole lot, but to me, 2 degrees is 2 degrees. It's worth it. Okay. It's a lot of effort, 6 months worth of effort to get 2 degrees. But hey, when you're not at 0 degrees, any type of degrees that you get is worth it. All right. So we're stopping with that. Now, with the flexion, I am continuing with the flexion, but I decided just yesterday that I think I'm going to take a 2-week break from doing it. Since I'm feeling some issues in the knee right now, I think it's time for a break. The last time I did physical therapy, which was from the beginning of the surgery date on to about 6 months worth, the physical therapist had been pushing me and the like, but somewhere around between, I think, the 3rd and 4th month, I took about a 1-week break because I was waiting for the authorization for the new year from the insurance company for my physical therapy, and it took them about a week to put that together. So I had no choice but to take a physical break from physical therapy, and that extra week of break seemed to give me a little bit more range. So I'm thinking we've done 6 months now with, not quite 6 months with the flexion because I got that unit a little bit afterwards, but let's say I had it for at least 4+ months, right? I think it's time to take a little bit of a breather. And we talked about this before, that sometimes taking a little bit of break from physical therapy is not that bad of an idea. At least that's my feeling on it. It gives your knee a little bit of chance to regroup, I think. And when I did it before, it gave me some additional range. So I think since we're feeling it in the knee right now, I think the best thing to do is take the break. I decided I'll try for about 2 weeks. and then I'll go back again and see if my flexion has reverted back a little bit, and also to see if it gives me abilities to take more on. So I informed Jazz, just sent them an email. They probably haven't even seen it yet since since I'm making this video right afterwards. That I'm going to take a 2-week break. I'm sure they'll be fine with that. We're going to take a look to see if this improves me or not. All right. I kind of fully expect that the flexion will drop back a little bit, because if you're not constantly, working it, I don't think it's going to know that it should stay there. It might go backwards a little bit, but 2 weeks isn't so bad. So I'm going to see where it goes. I'll report back after I start up again, and I'll take that measurement again. But right now for the flexion, I am doing about 120 on my own without being pushed. It's been like that for a while now, so let's see if we can go further than 120. I have my doubts that it'll go too far past it, but my hope is that it keeps it up there. That's the key. Okay. So what else is new with my knee? Well, overall, I would say not a whole lot. Not a lot has changed since last month. So I'm going to try to keep this one a little bit shorter, but I did want to at least let you know where I'm at with it at this point. Now, I haven't done too much exercises. I will admit that since I had the Jazz unit helping me for the last several months, I've kind of laxed off a little bit on the exercising. So since I'm not going to be pushing myself with the Jazz, I think I'm going to go back on the recumbent bike, do a little bit of that type of stuff, maybe get back on the stairs. You know how I like to bend my knee on the stairs, and do a little bit of that to kind of keep it moving, but again, not with the heavy pushing that the Jazz will do for me. So I'll report back, let you guys know. Anyways, if you liked the video, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and thank you very much, too, for pushing us over the 1,000 mark. That's really appreciated. And believe me, it's a milestone for me. I was thinking that it would take me over 2 years to do it. We did it in 22 months. So very good. And thank you again, too, for all the birthday wishes. The 15th of January was my birthday, my daughter's as well. And yeah, it's a different type of birthday this time. My daughter did not come over. She spent time with her friend who came over to visit her. And so it was just me and my wife. But it was okay. We really was no different than any other day. Anyways, I will talk to you guys next time.